What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, and I was just doing some thinking, you know, in my head. Sometimes I like to take a walk there. I like to just take a walk through my head, and I've seen some differences between how the government functions and how the private sector functions, and I was just doing some comparisons, some pros and cons, and I was thinking to myself, it's absolutely mind-boggling that the Democrats want to push socialism, which will give the government control over our health care. With the Green Deal, give the government control over what we drive, how our houses are designed, all of that stuff. They want to get their big knuckles in every part of our life as if they can do a better job than the private sector or allowing us to make our own decisions, right? But I find it ironic that they want that big, huge responsibility, and yet they can't fix the border problem. They can't fix illegal immigrants from coming across our border. And this is a problem that only takes maybe 5 or 6 minutes to get together, change some loopholes in the law, and they can shut it all down. See, but yet they want to say, give us control of your medical and all of that stuff. Trust us. We'll handle it. But yet they can't get together and have a simple meeting to work out the problems with the border. Now, I don't know about you, but in the private sector, if I bring my board in, my top executives, and I say, hey, listen, here's a major problem going on right now. This is a crisis. I need everybody to focus their attention on solving this issue. And then for whatever reason, a month go by and I come back and I say, all right, what's the progress? Well, we haven't met yet. We haven't really got together and came up with a solution. Okay, good. Okay, you're all fired. Get out of here. But when you look at Congress, you got the Democrats acting as if there's nothing going on down at the border. There's no problem. We don't even know who's coming across the border. Here's a reality. Right now, from almost any country on the planet, what's keeping them from shipping in a whole bunch of people right down to Mexico or down to Honduras and letting them walk up with their family, and come to the border and say, hey, look, we're not from South America. We're from, say, Africa. We're from India. We're from China. We're from Russia. We're from Iran. We're from everywhere, but we have family members with us. We got our kids, and we want asylum. This potentially can open up the door for the whole world. See, they didn't put no restrictions on the limits of how many people could come and claim asylum. So they didn't even say, well, they all have to be from South America. No, they could be from, I guess, all over the world. So long as they come up that path, come to our border with some kids and say, hey, look, we're here for asylum. Wait a minute, man. Where'd you come from? Botswana. How did you get there? Hey, man, word on the street is y'all was letting everybody come in. Long as they come up through the, Mexico and come right in through the border with some kids, I heard y'all was handing out asylum, you know what I'm saying? Get it while it's hot. Asylum, everybody come get it. So we just, why not, man? It's tight over here in Botswana. Let's roll. Got on a boat, popped up, let us in. That simple. So now you got this going on down there, and the Democrats are refusing to fix the problem. Now, in corporate, you lose your job. You don't get paid until it's fixed. You don't get a chance to get into bickering arguments. You have one goal: solve the problem, or else you're done. Why is it then that Congress, they don't have that goal and objective? They don't have that requirement. Nobody's saying, hey, look, if y'all don't solve this problem, you're not getting paid. Nobody's saying, you know what? If this problem doesn't get fixed by next week, you're all fired. And yet they want to take control over more parts of our lives, make more decisions. That's what they want. They want us to trust them with the intricate details and parts of our lives, and yet they can't even solve the problem at the border. So now, what does that tell you? Do we really need socialism? Do we really want them to take over healthcare and push the Green Deal? How about we take baby steps by solving a problem at the border that's easy to be solved? And yet y'all over here, I don't know what to do about it. I mean, we need to do something. I'm saying, but building a wall, no. What? The professionals said they need a wall? Well, we're not taking their opinion because we know a little bit more about walls than they do, even though they work down there. Yeah, so we need other things, you know. I mean, maybe everybody needs to just concentrate positive energy and just say, okay, let's really close our eyes and focus on the border and say, stop it, people, stop it. Maybe that might work, positive energy, and maybe sometimes some harsh words. Hey, guys, cut it out. Oh, and don't forget, sending more money to those corrupt countries where they're all coming from. Oh, and don't forget Alexandria Cortez suggestion, climate change. We need to look at climate change because I'm sure most of them are coming all because of the wind blowing and the snow and all that stuff, and it's hot and cold. It's everywhere. The weather is everywhere. So, yeah, so I mean, these are all things that we need to look into. And maybe that'll solve the problem. Don't forget, Nancy, cut the grass. If we keep the grass low, maybe we won't see them. A lot of people from South America, they're built low to the ground for traction, so they can get in that grass. Yeah, get it down low. Got to get it down low. Yeah, and more drones, but not a wall. We need those drones because once the drones identify them, and report back to the base, then of course, well, that wouldn't make sense because then Border Patrol would have to come and try to they would never make it on time. The people would be gone. But that's not neither here nor there. But these are more practical applications that we need to be looking at. Versus changing the laws, all that stuff, the loopholes, the ones that right now people aren't even sneaking across the border anymore. No. They figured out the system. They're like, yo, if y'all are going to let us in, as long as we got a family member, a kid or so with us, why sneak? We'll just show up with the whole fam or a fake fam and say, here we are. Yeah, we want asylum. No, you can't process this right now, okay, because it's like 50,000 of us, okay? So what I need you to do is take my name and my information, whether it's right or wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll put whatever's name down on the paper. And then, yeah, sure, we'll come back in like 2 or 3 years for our hearing. You think we just come in here and just disappear? Why would we do that? Why would we do that, man? Trust me, we coming back. You got dumb politicians. Actually, they're not dumb. You have corrupt politicians because they know what the problem is and they know how to fix it. And they're choosing not to. And that's what we're working with. Anyway, God bless you. Check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30 live in Kevin's Corner. I'm going to be on Will Johnson's show tonight. So anyway, check that out. But I'm live every Wednesday night on YouTube and on my radio blog talk show. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. And share this video. And also check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. You'll love the products. If you like something, click on it and put my name in the promo code, Kevin, and you'll get a 20% discount. All right? And let me see. Find me on Facebook and Twitter. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom. Do that as well. God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.